What? Wait, it's not recording. Don't waste it. Don't waste it.
Now he's
Don't waste
recording.
it.
Now
Now
he's
he's
going to go
recording.
again.
Now we're going.
It's hard. It's not as good. It's not as good a one. He missed the take. He missed.
Woo, yeah, chick marine.
Wasn't
There
as
we
good
go.
though. He missed the take.
Will and Sean from Alice in Chains, welcome.
Hi.
Hello.
Oh, see, now you're all pumped up, and Ava's gone, hello. Yes, hi.
Look, it's going to get
Good
real.
day.
We're getting real, man.
day.
We're going to get real on this.
Back in Australia, what do you look forward to the most when you come down here? What is it that Australia brings out in you? do you
All
think?
the weird animals, like or weird to us at least. Like I went to the koala and kangaroo preserve here in Brisbane. I did it last time we were here 5 years ago as well. It's just one of my favorite trips in the world. I mean, they're all hanging out. It's like going up to like a dog and petting it, but it's a kangaroo. It's crazy. And the wallabies and you got those birds. What is the ibis?
Yep.
With the long beaks. They're just wandering around the city. It's crazy.
Giant fruit bat.
Yeah, giant bats. I mean, it's just this country's so interesting. And, we went to Rottnest Island
Yeah.
In Perth, like when we were here last, and those little quokka things running around that island. I mean, so that's one of the things we really dig.
I like that most things will kill you, apparently. Like, watch
Lot of
out for
ways
the
to die.
wiki bush. It'll kill you,
Yeah,
mate.
lot of
Or,
ways to die.
hey, isn't that beautiful conch shell? Don't touch it. It'll
Yeah.
kill you.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
it seems like most things will
Yeah.
kill you,
Those spiders,
which is pretty cool.
Those
I mean,
spiders
it's like-
attack.
Yeah,
those
the funnel
spiders
web
don't
spider.
run.
Watch out for that
The
thing.
spider doesn't run.
It'll kill you.
It'll run
Yeah.
toward you, not away from you.
A spider the size of your thumbnail will kill you.
Right.
Yeah.
Will kill you.
So come to Australia, you might accidentally get killed.
Yeah.
That
Come
should
to
be our
Australia,
slogan.
Die quick.
That should be
Die slow.
Yeah, that's
but
probably not
die.
going to. I don't know if that's going to work.
Don't think
for
it'll
the
take
tourism
off?
board.
Yeah.
Come to
Yeah.
Australia and risk
die
your
quick,
life.
Die quick, die slow, but die.
Here in Australia,
Yeah, you're in Australia.
it's sunny,
Yeah.
and you're going to die.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you guys, because I've spoken to Jerry about this, and it was the teaser video that you guys did. We were all in character for the new album.
Yeah.
That looked like so much fun to do.
It was pretty fun.
And I particularly spoke to him about your hipster character, Sean, and he said that's the kind of person you want to punch in the throat.
Well,
That was him saying that. No, he didn't want to punch you in the throat, but
Well, I mean, he probably does. But
what was your line? Single speed and cuffs? Your website?
there's a lot of, that guy exists. And I live in Seattle, so that guy is Seattle. I kind of gussied him up a little bit more for LA, so he had a bigger handlebar mustache and had the stretched earlobes and all that. But, that's what's going on out there, that kind of that thing, to me, it's always been funny, whether you're a punk rock guy and you got the spike coat or whatever it is. It's the same thing that was a problem in school, right, where everybody has cliques. It's just music, right? So whatever uniform you're wearing, whether you're the guy in the butt rocky band or the punk rocky guy, if you're wearing the uniform, it's no different to me. I've always thought that was weird. Like, it's all the same. You're just
Just accessories.
you're just playing some part, and you're
it's a
more
fashion statement.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're just attracted to this thing. So
Yeah.
it's
Something I hadn't put too much thought into was the title of the last album, Devil Put Dinosaurs Here. And it wasn't until someone actually said, what does it mean? And I went, I have no idea. But I figured it was some kind of paradox on religion because, creationists don't think differently to what scientists do. Am I thinking too much about it? Or?
No, it's about right. I mean, there's people that believe the Earth is only 6,000 years old.
Yeah.
That the devil,
And they're idiots.
The devil put the dinosaurs in the bones and the fossils in the ground to fool us.
Right.
And so that's where the
So
title-
to dig at them.
completely believable, by the way.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
and it's
totally
as believable as
plausible.
anything else. Yeah.
And we were just telling you that is entirely plausible.
Oh, of course it is.
Right.
And that the science isn't in yet on all this other stuff.
No, well, there's so
Climate
many
change,
holes in the
science
We
isn't
science.
haven't
on that.
proven
Yeah.
anything.
No.
And you have your scientists.
I mean, you
and
can prove
we
anything
have
with facts.
ours, and
You know,
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah.
ridiculous.
You can prove anything with facts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just. Now you've
You
read.
have your facts, and we have ours.
And we paid, and an oil company paid to have these facts done
We
for
bought
us.
these facts. They're just as good as yours.
Yeah.
Did you happen to catch the debate between the creationist and the scientist that went?
Bill Nye the Science Guy. Haven't seen
Exactly. Bill Nye and
Bill
Ken
Nye
Ham
and the guy that runs it.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Ken Ham is the creationist, and he's an Australian, and it's very embarrassing.
Oh, he's Australian.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that.
Haven't seen the whole
Bill
thing
Nye's
yet.
from Seattle. He used to be on a comedy show up there.
He's a cool guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he went and he did another thing recently with, God, who was it? He took on some other kind of like a sort of a right wing, I think a climate.
Mm-hmm.
He took on a climate guy too.
I saw him on Bill Maher talking about it, and that was interesting. I haven't seen the actual tape of the event, but he, he said he had to work really, really hard before going in, like just to keep calm and not slap his forehead and just be like, what? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
because
it was definitely
he
like
wanted
that.
to go there and be respectful and just get his point across. And
he did it really well, because I was watching it, and it goes for 2 hours.
Yeah.
But you can't look away, because it's like a train wreck, and you're just going, how is he staying so calm and measured in everything that he says?
He really worked on it.
Does your head in. Like, you're just watching this guy going, why are you Australian? Why couldn't you be from New Zealand? Close, but enough that we can disown you, you know?
Yeah.
You've announced a spring tour of the US. Where, I mean, your music has taken you all over the world. Where is it somewhere that it hasn't taken you that you want to get to?
Well, we wanted to get to some other places in the Pacific Rim that we've never been to, like Thailand, or we actually wanted to get to New Zealand. But we are going to Singapore. We're going back to Japan. So
we haven't been to Russia yet.
Yeah,
we were supposed to do that a few months ago, but then we kind of thought the thought of going into Russia in December.
Wintertime.
Didn't seem
good
really
move.
appealing to
Not a
us
good
for some
move.
reason.
Yeah.
St. Petersburg in like late November.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you talking, minus 40 or something?
Yeah,
Not really appealing.
We thought maybe we'd try to do it some other time.
Yeah.
We're kind of open to anywhere we can go. That's
Yeah.
the way the band's always operated. Anywhere we can go that people would want to see us, that we can actually afford to kind of get there. Costs a lot to get there. It's always amazing that you can go to all these places where you can't really communicate, language barriers, all sorts of things, cultural, religion, all this stuff, and you can show up. And the music kind of that they found this music, and they connect with it somehow. It kind of blows your mind. You show up there and it's like, how does this even work?
Yeah.
And it's really humbling, And so like that's the kind of key, and the thing that really keeps you going is it's a big world out there, and we've been fortunate to be able to try to get to some of these places and show up there, and you're just kind of blown away by the whole thing. It's like that's the power of music,
Yeah.
It really brings people together, so it's a pretty cool thing.
And they really appreciate you showing up. A lot of places that are a bit farther away, like Croatia or Bulgaria, places where not everybody's going. And, I'm sure it'll be the same way in Singapore when we get there.
Absolutely.
Next week,
Can't chew gum, apparently, which I'm doing right now. You can't spit, and
they sell T-shirts over there with all the crazy laws on the front of them. So if you ever forget, just buy one of the T-shirts.
That's cool.
Yeah.
All right, I'll have to do that. Yeah.
Very strict, but I've never been, but apparently a very beautiful place.
Yeah, very clean. Very
yes,
clean.
yes. South Africa is another place I've never been. Have you guys ever toured there?
I have. We have not toured there, but I have been there. And it was a long time ago, but it was really interesting. Very interesting time in the country, because it was actually right before Mandela. It was still the last vestiges of the old government.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a trip. Everybody knew that it was about to change radically, but and everyone was afraid, and bombs going off every day, lots of violence, and it was unforgettable experience.
I'd really love to go there too, but that's kind of a place where it's not on the way to anywhere.
Exactly. Well,
so when you get
it's
there,
like Australia.
It's like 23 hours to get there.
It's a long
You do a
flight.
couple shows, and then you got to kind of do these weird, like, if we can go to Dubai, and then kind of go down there, and then go to some lady's house and clean her kitchen, we might be able to make this work.
Right.
So only if she pays you 20 grand.
Yeah, but we're trying. We're I'm sure that if we can find a way, we'll get there.
Have you guys ever thought of the fact that now you've been a band long enough where you could be in the Hall of Fame? You could actually get
I don't even know
nominated.
what that thing is. I mean, I don't know who votes for it. I don't know what it means. I mean, it's. I get it that it's an honor. It probably wouldn't if it actually happens, but I don't know.
Don't think about it.
Get little trinkets and awards and stuff like that. I mean, it's cool, like they acknowledge your existence, but I don't know who gives them to you or how you get them. And at the same token, all bands and people have fans and stuff, and when you watch some of these shows, you're like, really? I mean, the majority of the people getting these things, you're like, come on now, really? You lip sync, and you're getting a Grammy. You don't need to sing. You don't write songs. You don't sing. You've never sang a note in your life, and you don't sing in concert, but you got 7 Grammys, you know? So it doesn't make any, you know, I don't know.
Well, I'm going
don't even get me started.
I was going to skip to. I've got a whole bunch of generic questions that I'm asking everyone, and one of them was, if you had to eliminate one genre of music forever, what would it be? But I think Sean, you just answered that exact.
Grunge.
Yeah, right. Grunge.
I would eliminate the grunge
That's the devil's music.
because I'm tired of talking about the grunge all these years.
Yeah.
So I would eliminate that one and just let it be like some rock bands from my
God, I'm so
hometown.
glad I didn't bring that up.
That's funny.
I didn't think I was going to.
Sean, would you like to talk about the grunge?
The grunge.
Yes.
Could you explain the grunge for me, Sean?
Let me. How much
Yeah.
time do you have?
No, just
Let's
a couple
have
of minutes.
some tea.
You'll be here all night.
Let's do it.
I'll
You'll
get
be
some
here all
scones.
Yeah.
Can we get some scones for Sean, please?
Yeah,
You'll be here
We're
all
going
night.
to talk about the grunge.
It's going to go on for a while. Now, here we go. And the answer is no.
All right, what makes a great rock song?
Something I can dance to, for me. Something that like, just makes me want to like get up and shake it a
What
little bit.
they used to say on American Bandstand. It's got a good
Yeah.
beat. I can dance to.
Yeah, something like
Yeah.
that. for
Yeah.
me.
What song makes you react every time you hear it, no matter how old? It's one of those ones where you instantly turn it up on the radio. Or
The Kinks, You Really Got Me, still does it.
really?
Love it. It's the raunchiest, coolest thing still. It's so simple and so perfect. It's perfect. Yeah.
Sean,
What was it?
The Kinks, You Really Got Me.
what's the song that makes you react straight away every time you hear it, no matter how many times?
Happy birthday, because I think it's for me. I feel like, yeah, thank you.
Yeah, right.
So you've made it another year.
Happy birthday for me. Yeah.
Every day is your birthday somewhere.
The way I live life, man. Every day is my birthday,
Yeah.
man.
Excellent.
Yeah, wherever
Now-
you are.
I'd like to get stories from you on your first instrument, be it guitar, drums, whatever it might have been. Just where did you get the inspiration from? Did your parents buy it? Just want to get that, the first instrument.
Found a guitar in my grandmother's basement, and it was a really, really cheap, bad acoustic, strings a mile off the fretboard, and I started plunking around on that and could pick out tunes pretty quick. Like, she'd be singing some Billie Holiday song around the house, like cleaning the kitchen or whatever, and she'd hear me in the next room plucking out the melody, or trying to, and that was my first encouragement. Like, was that you? You know, like, oh my God, you were really, you know, so that was the thing. And then I got an electric, got a Fender Mustang. And
Nice guitar.
Yeah,
Different.
It was. For me, for a 9-year-old, it
Yeah.
was because I was serious. They could tell I was serious, and my cousin actually got me the Mustang. And so showed me how to wire it through the stereo for an amp so I could play along with records.
Did you blow up the stereo?
Thankfully, no. I could actually get a sound out of it. And then my grandfather got me an amp, got me a Ampeg solid state amp. So then I was really off and running. A couple of Boss pedals, and then I was off at that point.
No
And
stopping you.
yeah, it was killer.
What about you, Sean?
My grandfather had a band, so when I was a little baby, I'd go there and they'd be rehearsing like on, midweek. And when they'd take breaks, I'd get up there and just kind of was attracted to the drums. We'd get up there and bang on them and stuff. And then by the time I was 8 or 7 or 8, 6, 7, 8, I'd sit in with them during the breaks and play and stuff. And then their drummer gave me this old drum set that it still had calved heads and skin heads and everything on it, an old Ludwig kit, and I didn't know it was worth anything, and I screwed it all up. But when I was 9, I joined the band, and so I'd travel around with them and play all these old.
Like, we're gonna put you to work, kid.
Yeah, I'd started
At 9?
playing. Yeah, I'd start traveling around with them, playing show like parties and weddings and square dances and all this stuff, and so that's kind of how that went on.
Nice.
And I started thinking, I could do this for a living, and you learn that early on. So,
Did you then go through school going,
oh yeah,
I'm just gonna be doing
I was
this.
a great student. No, I was in the parking lot smoking weed and being an asshole. Yep.
Weren't we all?
Yeah.
Look, I'm not doing a
hasn't
real
changed
job.
much.
This is not a real
Hasn't,
job.
hasn't changed much
Yeah.
in all the years. Really.
Has not changed much.
Still dumb as a stump and smoking ragweed, bro. Listening to the grunge,
And
you know what I'm
playing the
saying? Man, just
drums.
listening to the grunge.
Playing the
man.
drums and listening to the grunge.
Smoking stems and seeds, bro.
Well, I'm going to wrap it up. Although I did want to, when you're talking about the drums, one of my favourite starts of any songs is No Excuses.
Oh.
When I first got the MTV Unplugged video, I would sit there and watch you play the start of that. I think you stuffed it up on the first take. And I was watching it, I'm going, that's just, I couldn't figure out how
It
you
was
hit
the ragweed made you.
I couldn't figure out
the
how you were
intro.
actually hitting everything and making it work.
That was the opiates.
Oh, was it?
Throwing me off
Opiates?
that day. I
Really?
think those were the opiates were
wow.
were throwing me off that
Okay.
day.
Not the stems and seeds.
Not the
No,
ragweed?
no, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. You hear things in your head, you play them. Same with the guitar and stuff. You hear things, you go, "Brunk," and you
That's see, this
you
is
hear
where
it
I've
in
been
your head,
going
and
wrong.
then you just do it.
I've been going wrong all these years. I've been trying to learn how to play instruments, but you just hear it and then play it.
Yeah,
Right.
that's it.
Right, you've made it a lot simpler for
You
me.
hear it in your head, and then you do it.
You do it. Thank you for the lesson.
And there is no right way to do music, by the way. There is
Exactly.
no right way. If you're trying to play music and you're getting, it's great to have some school and you need to know kind of what you're doing, but learn that stuff and then throw it out the window. Because if you're going to sit around, you can be the greatest shredder guitar guy like a billion other dudes. But if you don't have your own feel and your own sound and your own idea, you don't have to be the greatest player or singer. You have to have an identity. You have to put your soul. You got to mean something. Technical is one thing, but.
Right.
That's for musicians.
Right.
We all want to go and watch these guys wank up, but I want to hear a great song with a great melody, with a great guitar part, with some harmonies, and I don't need it to be a bunch of notes.
Once again, you really got me. What is there? Maybe a total of like 4 chords in the whole song.
I think so. Yeah. Yeah, and
the
it's
whole
just
song.
a key change, and that's it.
Yeah.
And it's still.
Yeah.
Nails it.
It's basically the same 2 chords modulated up or down.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, boys, it has been an education. Thank you very
Yeah.
much, Will. Thank you very much, Sean.
Thank you.
Sure.
Way back,
Distortion with Higgo. Wow, this is a vicious poster.
This is Sean
And this is William.
from Alice in Chains.
And you're listening to Distortion with Higgo.
Wow, that was mildly evil.
I know.
I think you could be more evil.
got my-
I
more
wasn't
evil?
even scared.
Distortion. It's hard.
I wasn't now.
I gotta practice.
I think you should go to your cubicle
I gotta
and
go-
practice on your evil.
Well, there's a couple of cats that could probably teach me like how to
We
be
should
more
go to the
evil.
cubicle,
A lot
practice
of-
on the evil, bring the evil out to the stage,
Bring the
scare the
evil-
children with
First
it.
bring the evil here, then bring the evil out to the stage.
Yeah, don't just go
Well,
out
he
there
looks
and
evil in the poster. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
he's
a
scary.
scary.
I'm a
That's
very nice
scaring.
guy,
That's a
though.
frightening. You are.
Yeah.
That's misleading.
You seem like such a nice guy
But I
in that
understand.
poster.
You gotta have.
No.
You gotta have the image thing. I get it.
I ate some chili, and
I didn't agree with you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, great, man.
Thank
Yeah.
you very
Thanks.
much.